What are feminist critiques of traditional social contract discourse? Imagine a society built on agreements that claim everyone is equal and free. Now ask yourself, does this picture truly reflected everyone's experiences? Feminist critiques challenge this idea. They say traditional social contract theory is flawed because it often supports patriarchal systems that keep women subordinate. These critiques focus on how the social contract, which is supposed to be a fair agreement among free individuals, actually hides a system that favors men's dominance. Feminist thinkers like Carol Pateman argue that the social contract is not neutral. Instead, it is designed around male control, especially over women's bodies and roles. For example, marriage and employment contracts have historically been structured to requiring women's obedience and limit their independence. This means that traditional contracts often reinforce gender inequalities, without explicitly saying so. Another important point is how the social contract assumes a self-interested, independent person who negotiates to protect property and rights. Feminists say this idea reflects a masculine view of the world. It ignores women's roles in caring for others and their emotional connections. These roles are often seen as less important in traditional contract ideas, but are vital in real life. Feminist critics want us to recognize that moral relationships based on care and interdependence are just as important as individual rights. They argue that ignoring these aspects leaves out a big part of human experience. Feminist critiques also highlight that the social contract does not consider how race, class, and ethnicity intersect with gender. Many social contracts were created in times of colonialism and discrimination, which means they often ignore or even support these inequalities. Feminists believe that to create a truly fair society, we need to rethink these contracts. They say that the current focus on equality and consent is not enough if it does not challenge the underlying power structures that keep women and marginalized groups oppressed. In practical terms, feminist ideas suggest we should include care ethics and intersectionality in our social agreements. This means designing rules and policies that acknowledge different experiences and address injustices rooted in history. The goal is to build social and political systems where everyone's rights are genuinely protected and where all people can participate equally. Overall, feminist critiques show us that ethics and politics are deeply connected to gendered power. They push for a shift from formal equality to real justice, where social contracts serve to include and uplift everyone, not just maintain existing inequalities.